All right, friends. Today, I want to give you a little presentation on circulation and respiration. Basically, our heart and arteries and veins and our lungs and how they relate together. Because really, you can't talk about one without talking about the other. I mean, you can, but they really kind of go together. Now, we need plants. Plants, I don't know if they need us, but they like to have us around. We have what we call a symbiotic relationship. And right over here, you see this where all these little these fish swim along with this shark and probably clean it and eat stuff off of it. And uh, we call it a symbiotic relationship when two things work together that really don't function together necessarily with purpose, but we give off carbon dioxide. Plants use that is through photosynthesis, and they give off oxygen, which is what we need. So photosynthesis through photosynthesis, plants gain and grow and create food for themselves and food for us as well. And we get the benefit of oxygen from them. And then when we breathe in the oxygen, we use it, we give off carbon dioxide for in plants like that. Now, this is about our heart, and our heart has four chambers. And you can see this one's, I got this just off Google, uh, off the Explore tool. So it's kind of cool. Just typed in heart so you can look around. So we have four chambers. We have our upper two chambers. We call the atria, plural, or atrium, singular. Left atrium, right atrium. Now remember, do not remember, but listen. This is like you're looking straight at someone. So if you are thinking about your heart like this, you'd want to stand behind this picture and face me, if you will. So this is your right side, and then the right ventricle and the left ventricle, two bottom sections. These are the valves that allow blood to flow only in one direction. Notice the arrow here. So the vena cava is your biggest vein. See it down here too? Superior mean on top, inferior mean on the bottom. It comes into your right atria, the blood, which now is carrying a lot of carbon dioxide, gets pumped, squeezed through, and you can see over here through that valve. And then it heads up through the pulmonary valve into your lungs. Okay. In the lungs, it gets exchanges the CO2 for oxygen, and then it comes back through your pulmonary vein here into your left atrium. Down in the left ventricle, you'll note that this side of your heart is the thicker muscle. Okay, and the reason for that is because this side of your heart, the left side of your heart, it pumps the blood to all your body parts, where this side really is just pumping it to your lungs. So when it pumps here, squeezes it out, goes up through the aortic valve through your aorta, your biggest artery. Notice that aorta and arteries both start with the letter A. Away from your heart, goes out to all your body parts. You can't, in this, you can see the superior vena cava coming down into this valve and then up in through the lungs this way. Okay, super cool. Our blood vessels are basically the the way blood moves around our body. And in this picture, they're not red and blue in your body, but what happens in diagramming is all the red are your arteries, and then your the blue is your veins. Notice that the biggest ones are tight inside your body against bone and inside your rib cage to stay safe. And as you get out to the very tiniest of blood vessels called the capillaries, where the actual oxygen gets exchanged with carbon dioxide, it's your cells. The capillaries are so tiny, your blood cells have to line up single file. Here's a good kind of diagram of blood cells. We have red blood cells and white blood cells. Red blood cells carry the nutrients out to the cells, the rest of your body cells, and the white blood cells are like the little warriors in your body, and they fight bacteria and germs, etc., and viruses. Blood's, blood is made inside your bones, in the blood marrow of your body. So inside your lungs, we have some major parts. This is up by your vocal cords, and the trachea is your main tube. You can feel that if you push into your throat. You can feel your trachea. Goes down to bronchial tubes, and then it gets to down into the tiniest of your bronchial tubes. And at the end of those, you have your alveoli. Notice this net of capillaries all over your alveoli. And this is where the actual exchange of oxygen takes place in your bloodstream at the alveoli. Alveoli. Hey, alveoli. We should make a song about alveoli. So, the ways to stay healthy. Well, I think this is pretty obvious. You can run like this little tiny boy's running by the ocean. Looks like too. It's kind of nice. Eat. You could exercise. We want to exercise. Move your heart. Get it pumping. You could eat healthy foods such as vegetables and fruits, and then don't do stuff that's bad for you, such as this. No, no, X out that thing. No. Um, okay, once in a while you might have a cake or a pie or something like that, and that's okay. But try to think about eating healthy foods. Eat the rainbow, they say, because if you do that, you're gonna eat a lot of good vegetables and fruits, and get good exercise and good fresh air when you can, and don't do bad stuff. That's how you keep your heart and your lungs healthy and strong for your future. Oh, by the way, you should just know that your left lung is slightly, notice in this diagram here, is slightly smaller than your right. Your right lung has three nodes, two, three, and your left has only two because it has to make room for the, you guessed it, heart. All right, so concludes Dr. Pembroke's. I'm not a doctor. That's so funny. All right, enjoy. Have a good day. Bye bye.